Today is Saturday, the 18th day of November 2023. I am George Wenner and I am here at the Potworks Dam on the northeastern shore of the Potworks Dam, here checking out the happenings here at the dam. Now, we have been receiving complaints as it relates to the water quality in Newfield. That's just a village a mile up from here, east of here, at Newfield. They're complaining, the residents, the villagers in Newfield are complaining that indeed they're getting water from APUA, pipe-borne water, and they're complaining for the discoloration of the water and the odor. It has a slight odor, a tingy, stinky smell. And so residents in the community or the neighboring communities who apparently receive water from this source through APUA are complaining of the discoloration and a slight odor. There are complaints that with the recent rains we experienced last month in October, we had double digits of rain falling. Prior to that, this place several weeks ago was bone dry, and as we can see on the measuring gauge at the top, we can see the 25-foot mark, and then we see the 20-foot mark, and they're coming down, and it is just shy where the water level is there, is just shy of the 16-foot mark. That is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-foot mark coming down, so just shy of the 16-foot mark from the floor. Now, bearing in mind, this dam was never cleaned, so we would envisage there's about a 4 feet of siltation at the bottom. So at the base, at the floor of this dam, it's not the original floor when it was constructed, when this measuring gauge was in place. So if you subtract another 4 to 5 feet of silt, you're looking at 10 to 11 feet of water actually, when you subtract the 4 to 5 feet of silt at the bottom and the mud at the bottom. So that's not the true base when it was originally constructed. So we're looking at about 10 to 11 feet of water from the floor going all the way down to the west end, going down to Berks and over to that white roof that you're seeing there. That is Delapse, to the northern side of Bethesda. And the Delapse facility is the treatment facility and pumping station, which pumps the water from Potworks into the transmission lines through several parts of the island. It's treated. Now, if they're complaining of water quality here at Potworks, it begs the question, does APUA have the resources and the funding to do the necessary treatment, the necessary chemicals that is required to treat this water before it is pumped into the general distribution for consumption of home users? And so that may explain the reason for the discoloration and the odor and the frothiness of the water coming through the system. So as we go from this side, this goes up to the street level. Let's get up to street level and we'll show you over on the other side of the Potworks Dam main road. As traffic pass, the pumping station that is down on the other side. So they have cleared the vegetation here. This is a pumping station, APUA, on the other side of the roadway, the main highway. Busy day today. Pumping station on this side, and Potworks over on this side. So we're here at the viewing platform at the Potworks Dam, and this is the condition of the viewing platform at the Potworks Dam. It's decrepit, dilapidated, rundown, it's overtaken by bush. And what has happened here, this viewing platform, you could come here and look out at the dam, but the overgrowth of the wild tamarind, you can't really see, your vision is obscure. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to scale and get up on the top of this and see if we can see anything just for you. Maintain our balance. Okay, so we're up on this railing standing, and we're looking out, and we just get a barely peek over the top of the vegetation. That's the dam. So the whole point is, this is not cleared. This should be a cutaway. This is a viewing area that you could come and look out, because we're standing on this steel rail at the very top. We're able to peer over the top of the dam, and on the far side, that building in center of picture, that little white roof, that's the Delapse pumping station, the treatment facility for the water that is taken from Potworks here. So let's get down. That's where we were, and that's what it's like. So this is the shores of Potworks Dam, the largest surface water catchment in Antigua, and this is the old concrete road that will take you through the dam to Bethesda. Whenever the dam is dry, you can traverse this old road through the dam. And so this is the shores, and the complaint is water quality, but we'll continue to keep you posted. Okay, so now we're here outside of, just about to enter the Delapse water treatment facility. This is a facility operated by the Antigua Public Utilities Authority. The gate is wide open, and looks like they have kept in the open position. This is a public facility, and so we're walking in, and so stay with me, we'll do a walking. And we see security. So this place does have a security officer. And this is what's in the yard at the Delapse, and that's Potworks here in the distance. And far over on the far side, you can see the measuring tower of the gauge. And so we see cases of, I guess this is treatment, min treat. This is how it looks. The back is open. Min treat. Granular, sandy looking. That's treatment for the water. And we have a security officer here. Hello, how are you, officer? Yes, I'm George Wenner, and we're just doing a little video of the Delapse facility. Right, so this is what obtains at the Delapse facility, and this is where the water is treated, coming from the Potworks Dam to this facility. The water is treated, and without going in, the water is treated in this facility and sent out to the line. So you have an idea of what obtains. And other storage of treatment and chemicals. So the question is, with the chemicals that are here, the treatment that is ongoing with the water before it's sent out to the homes, to the consumers, to the customers, why is the water quality poor? The discoloration in the water, as not only the discoloration but also the smell. And so we see here, these are some tanks for RO. So they're stored here. Several tanks are stored on the grounds here at the Delapse water treatment facility. This is the tower, and this is the storage back here, the tank. So This is the operation back here at the labs. Coming from Potworks, water comes in the pump, that wheel, see that large pipe, gauge pipe, goes in through up this large pipe up in the tower and goes through for filtering and treatment into this catchment facility here at the labs. And we can smell the chlorine, so it's being chlorinated and treated in this facility here at Dilap's. So those of you who would have heard of Dilap's and never seen Dilap's, this is the operation here. Before it is sent out on the line to your pipes. So after it is treated, it is pumped through these big pipes over on this side and out into the line. You can hear the pumps working. So water is being pumped out into the main, and I see they have a valve here. This is a turning valve. Water is going out in the lines to the customers on the supply system. So there you have it. This is the situation. Let us thank the security for letting us in. Security! Alright man, thanks. Yes, so that's it at the labs. Okay, so the question is, we have Melford Nicholas, who sits in his office, twiddles his thumbs, does virtually nothing. Why is it that the customers, primarily those in Newfield, are complaining of poor water quality, discoloration and a smell? What are you doing to remedy this situation, Melford? Rather than twiddling your thumbs and do nothing, what are you doing to remedy the situation, to resolve the issue? So that's a view of Potworks, and just up ahead, right here, that's a spillway. And so we know that APUA became an authority, a statutory corporation in the early 70s, just over 50 years ago. In 1972 thereabout, under the Progressive Labour Movement PLM administration, became an authority. It was run efficiently. Prior to 1972, it was the Ministry of Works that was responsible for water in Antigua and Barbuda. And with the advent of the PLM administration, the PLM coming to office, they established the authority, the Public Utilities Authority, Antigua Public Utilities Authority, in the early 70s. And PLM was voted out in 76. In came the Labour administration, and for decades Melford Nicholas's predecessor, Robin Yearwood, presided over APUA, and APUA is in a rut. Under Robin Yearwood, APUA divested itself of the production of electricity, of water, and APUA had competition from other cellular and telecoms service provider. And what is egregious about this, while Robin Yearwood was Minister of APUA, he also sat as chairman of the board of a competitor international telecoms service provider in Antigua, in the Caribbean, and in the United Kingdom. And so Robin Yearwood was replaced recently by Minister Nicholas as Minister of APUA. But under Minister Nicholas, the same rot continues. They're continuing to talk and entertaining talks of divesting APUA of water production and outsourcing, privatizing water production. And so the fear is that the cost of water would be prohibitive for the poor, those who are indigent in society, and that necessary commodity, that right to clean water, will be denied those individuals if we go that route. And the quality of water, it's poor, and Melford sits on his rump, twiddle his thumbs, bereft of ideas as to how to resolve this problem, how to address the problem. And so we're calling on the Gaston Brown administration to solve the problem or get out of government. It's time to put up or shut up. Action, less talk. More action, less talk. So this is the southern shores of the dam. The southern shores of the dam at the laps. We are just at the laps, just to the back of us. And so we're at the spillway on the southern shores of the dam. And let's get you closer to see the condition of this spillway retaining wall. Now, if it's soft and it's a sinkhole, well, you get to see the last of me. If there's a sinkhole, we'll make our way going over here. But no worries, man. Your boy can swim and he knows survival. So it's dangerous. Kids, don't try this at home. But we know what we're doing. It's challenging. Okay, so that's the retaining wall, and looks like we're gonna have to swim across to get on the other side. That's the dam, the retaining wall and the dam. We want to get on the other side to see the condition of the spillway. So we're at the apex, we're at the top on the western side looking down, and that's the dam looking back all the way out to Potworks. This is the spillway retaining wall. We're going to make our way down on this side and bring you more coverage. So we were up there, and this is the wall, the spillway, the retaining wall, and we'll head this way and see the quality or the condition of the spillway retaining wall. Let you know what's happening. It is said the Potworks Dam has a capacity of approximately just around a little more than 1 billion gallons capacity of water. And here we see there's a crack in the spillway here, not a minor crack in the wall. And you can see evidence of a crack here as well, and leaching in the retaining wall, the spillway wall. And so water is leaking out of the dam, and there is evidence of this major crack right here in the spillway wall. Ooh, I disturbed the ants nest. Oh, fire ants, fire ants, fire ants. I disturbed the nest, and so they're all over me. But it's worth it. Look at the water leaking out. See the water leaking out of the spillway, and this is a crack in the wall. Wow. Okay. The ants are having a meal. And this rate of flow, thousands of gallons a day are being lost. with this rate of flow from the spillway retaining wall. There's a crack inside the wall and water is being escaped into this area, forming a big pond, and this water is escaping in this area, going into the Bethesda Blake's area, down into the swamp. I hear evidence of another leak up ahead. We hear the water gushing, and so as good investigators we'll follow our ears and see where it leads us. Oh my word. Those ants bite hot. Fire ants. We disturb the nest. And this is the flow here. Wow. So this is another break in the spillway, and the water is flowing out here into this area, and this is water that is being escaped. This rate of flow, thousands of gallons a day at this rate of flow from Potworks Dam, spilling. We have to be so careful. Into this area, into this lagoon area, and it's escaping from Potworks. Now, if you look, let's zoom in here. You see another crack in the spillway, the retaining wall from the dam, from the top, coming right down. You see that crack in the wall, coming right down in this section. So millions of gallons of water is being escaped, flowing out here. That's the flow that you're hearing here. So yeah, this needs to be repaired so that we can retain the water that is caught in the Potworks Dam. And so this excesses, the losses, before Melford, before you twiddle your thumb and sit in your rump and do nothing, this needs cleaning out. See how it is? Just letting you know. That huge neem tree has grown up in here. This needs cleaning out. The retaining wall needs sealing. Good. Don't intend to go swimming today in this water. The retaining wall, the spillway needs sealing. All these cracks need to be addressed before you get on your high horse and try to tell the nation that you're privatizing water. This is the condition under which you have this facility here. The retaining wall to retain the billion+ gallons of water, precious, scarce commodity here in Antigua, so we can have a reliable water supply. Before you do all that, address the crack, solve the distribution issues. If it's beyond your capacity, just stop mumbling and demit office, so that persons who know to manage, persons who know how to put people first and see to the needs of the people, the citizens and residents of Antigua and Barbuda, can do good by the citizens and residents of this our fair land and provide reliable, clean, good quality pipe-borne water. George Wenner here on the southern banks of the Potworks Dam, keeping them honest.